I'm back with another World of Warships stream that isn't an update day stream. I feel like I haven't done a normal World of Warships stream that wasn't an update day. Yup, yup, totally. I feel like it's been a while since I did a World of Warships stream that wasn't an update day stream. But anyway, where did I get? Hold up, I'm trying to figure out because I swear I keep randomly getting steel that's not what what was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna check the. I did finish the campaign. Yeah, I got. All right, I got five, and so not gonna question it. Okay, not gonna question it. Yeah, I finished the campaign like 5, 10 minutes ago. I took Whiskey out for a battle. I got the Puerto Rico before I got Whiskey. I haven't really watched too many videos on people talking about the Puerto Rico. So I don't know however people think of her, but I am happy because weirdly enough, usually I always check the stats of ships before I assign a commander to them. I didn't for Puerto Rico, and I got in a battle and figured out that she had a base like 7.5 kilometer secondary range. And I was like, huh? So, not sure if this is a decent build or not, but I put Willis Lee on her with running Brawler, Porcupine on second thought, and properly meticulous, if I pronounced that right. I don't really do much with the what you call it, with the legendary, with the legendary things. Inspirations, I'm running Hans. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that, and Von Hipper. Kind of my standard secondary get up. And so now I got my secondaries on Puerto Rico built out to 10 kilometers with a 3.6 reload, which isn't bad. I mean, you can easily get a handful of ships out to decent secondary range, but I find the reloads a bit harder because like if we were to take, all right, do I have any other? All right, I got my stuff stored out for legendary tier. We'll go over to Kurt first, who has 2.9 for the small secondaries, but a 5.2 for the big ones. And then what's my we'll get to that with tier 8. I'm working on doing all the, weekly challenges and all that. But if we go over to Michelangelo, um she has a her bigger secondaries have a 6.7. But yeah, me personally, I prefer secondary ships. I like brawling ships. Like I tend to have more fun with them more than accuracy builds because accuracy build they're fun. I like them, but that requires me to get in a lot more position than I would a brawler ship or a brawling ship. I can just sail right out and fuck shit up. Where accuracy, I have to because I'm not gonna really fire on a bow tanking battleship. I like both builds. Uh, Puerto Rico, kind of a little bit of both. So, working on doing the weekly challenges. I usually start with premium supplies because I either get everything else done or almost have it done once I finish the premium supply ones. We are doing verse AI, which is what I usually always do for these premium supply challenges, just to get them done and over with. Um, I don't really have any other things on here. Probably gonna put the secondary reload time to get that down, because if we look at Flander real quick, Flander's my favorite secondary ship just because of her insane reload speed. Which kind of sucks because, like, I was hoping, well, I mean, Turpits did get a secondary buff. I don't know, maybe it's just the shell damage that... Hmm, not really, well, I know, it's probably because it's probably because there's the three big secondary ones that I don't see go off often. Like, compared to Flander, that has the 2 second for all those small ones that are pretty much always popping off. Maybe I'll take Turpits out later, once we get down to tier 3. But anyway, let's get into this. I'm just gonna play Puerto Rico because I have, I think, like 2 or 3 of these battles left. And then, obviously, I got Wisconsin, because I just finished that campaign, like I said at the beginning, and with the, like, 30 million credits I had saved up, or silver, whatever it is, I got the Vermont Bureau project. And holy shit, now I understand why everyone says she's a brick. I try not to pay attention to Bureau project ships when I don't have them, just because I kind of want to be surprised at what they look like, but I couldn't really help myself with Vermont, and she is fucking rectangular fence post cinder block, very, very brick. I think probably the Puerto Rico probably would have came to a probably would have became a bureau project after, like, within a year, but me being impatient, as well as, like, just nothing else really I was going to spend the Independium on, and I was kind of also hoping to get either Anchorage or West Virginia 44, which I haven't, so kind of sucks, but oh well. At least I got Puerto Rico, which honestly I'm probably going to enjoy Puerto Rico more than Virginia 44 or Anchorage, just because Puerto Rico's a brawler, but also, I don't know, American brawlers are interesting. Because, like, they focus both on good main guns, accuracy-wise, and the secondaries are pretty okay. Like, I think, like, we don't have a good high-tier American brawler. Like, I want, like, a good, I don't know, maybe, like, they can add in, maybe that's what they could do for, like, a future campaign ship. Like, they can do another American tier 7, and they can bring, like, maybe Washington or South Dakota, or that I can never remember the third South Dakota class battleship's name. But, like, they can bring one of those ships in, but make it a full, like, focus only on the, well, yeah, have decent main guns, but focus mainly only on the secondaries. I probably should have switched to AG for that. Oh wait, I got radar, hold up. Yeah, I forgot about that, even though I probably could have waited like 5 seconds. Sonar would probably be helpful. Damn, triples! That has to be that might be the only time I've ever gotten 3 citadels in a single salvo. And I'm gonna eat that tour because I wasn't playing. Oh, nope. Alright. Sweet, that's even better. Oh, you fucking prick.
Our team has taken the lead.
What the fuck? That is Hindenburg. Anyway. Let's go for this Conqueror. I'm getting decent fires, too. I don't know if they do much damage to secondaries. I never really pay attention to secondary damage. I just try to get ones with the longest range possible and the fastest reload. There we go. Got Conqueror down.
Our team has taken the lead.
I can care less about making the battle as long as my team wins, so I can get these challenges done, I'm good. That's my focus for this, try to get it done as fast as possible.
Our victory is in sight.
Schlieffen. I should be able to... Yeah, right there. Or that was just a waste of ammo, okay. I don't know, I'm like more excited about getting to Puerto Rico and figuring out she's a brawling heavy cruiser than I am about getting to Wisconsin. Well, I guess granted, because most likely I'll probably still play New Jersey more than Wisconsin. New Jersey's 100% my go-to Iowa class ship. Probably not gonna get. Oh wait, no, yeah. So I'm gonna say probably not gonna get any more shots off. And then, oh yeah, I got those extra things so I can get um more steel or whatever. How many? What you call it? All right, I only need to play 2 more battles. Then we can play some Wisconsin after. Okay. That's interesting. Anyway. Nice to save up to get, because I'm not sure what steel ship I'll get for, like, I could get that cruiser, but I don't know if I want to get that one first. I'm thinking of getting Missouri first, just so I can have all the Iowa class ships, just to not play any of them other than New Jersey. Because that's probably what's gonna happen. I'm gonna grind up how many years worth of steel, get Missouri, and just not play her. I might play like maybe a handful of battles, because I'm just gonna keep playing New Jersey. I love this I think that if they won't give us this camouflage normally, could you at least like make it for steel? Because I would definitely spend steel on this camouflage. Personally, I want this camouflage where I want it like as a normal camouflage so I can put it on any ship. So I can probably put it on most likely my entire fleet. Because I love this camouflage. I have it for, well, what's it called? I have it for Albany, right? Yeah, that's the starting American ship, but that's what her normal color is. Unfortunately, can't have it on St. Louis. Is it St. Louis I'm thinking of? Yeah, St. Louis, the Tier 2 tech tree. Without, can't have that and the Hull B, which it'd be one thing if it didn't change anything, but Hull B adds more guns. And then fucking um BA Montana behind the mountains. I hate this spawn. Why can't I get, like, I swear I can't get any other spawn but this when I'm on this side of the map. Like, I can't remember the last time I've been on this map and had spawn other than this. I'm excited to see next update with the free campaign. I'm probably gonna go for the battleship because I'm more of a BB player than a DD player. But I do like a good gunboat destroyer, but I'm pretty sure the destroyer's a tour boat destroyer. So that kind of... Just try to get that destroyer out because I have a general idea of... no, that destroyer's already dead anyway. I think that was my first secondary kill with Puerto Rico. Why am I always going up against... Does, like, normal Alaska no longer spawn in as a, what you call it? I should probably... Oh, this doesn't seem very good. Although these guns seem a hell of a lot better than Alaska's guns. Not sure if it's just that extra turret that's doing the difference. I am in a very bad spot right now.
The ship is on fire.
God damn it.
Our team is taking the lead.
Well, at least my secondaries can start harassing Montana.
Problem solved, sir. Our victory is in sight.
Oh damn, all 6 went in. Holy shit. And I'm gonna beach, or am I fine? Alright, I'm fine. Fire damage kill. Okay. And why is it always Schlief? I'd swear every game I've played, well, other than what, the last game, it was always a Schlieffen as like it's always a last ship in majority of the matches I play that's alive. What's that? Oh, and there's a friendly Schlieffen. Schlieffen will probably be the next Bureau project I actually, like, one of the ones that I don't get for free that I'll get. I hate that now on top of you have to get them, you have to have, like, all the fucking ships in the line to get them. I know, like, I get the reasoning why you need all the ships in the line to get them, but, like, man, I don't want to have to play an entire line of ships that I already know how to play just to get, or a line of ships that I'm barely gonna play just so I can get one ship. Maybe I should stream Warships and War Thunder more often. I don't know, World of Warships pisses me off. Although, before I buy any more of the Bureau projects, I am going to, well, I say buy, it's just save up the silver and get them. I want to get all the ships that need upgrades. I need to get them all upgrades, and it doesn't help that I just fucking got 2 more ships. And I know I'm gonna get a 3rd one because the next campaign is gonna be for free. On top of, I need to start getting more tech tree ships again. I think next tech tree ship I'm gonna get might be the Delaware, just so I can get the Louisiana Bureau done. And then probably the Kansas and the Minnesota, so then I can get the Vermont Bureau done. Although I do want to get the Maine because traditionally it was always the mainline battleship. Well, I say traditionally, there's only one tech tree line I ever had completely. Well, two actually, because I did get the American carriers done. But the first tech tree line I ever completed was the American battleship one, and that was before they added in Tier 8, so it was complete, and then they added in Tier 8. So I kind of want to get the Maine, just so I have that line as complete again. I guess it wouldn't be, yeah, as complete again, and then, but I still, first things first is I want to work on giving all ships upgrades, like, well, not the modifications or whatever in the, well, yeah, the upgrades, whatever they're fucking called, in their upgrade slots. And there's a Montana. Battle cruiser. I got a better battle cruiser because I have more than however many.
The ship is on fire.
I swear these shells like pen a lot more than Alaska's do. I mean, I know I don't play Alaska as much as I originally did when I first got her, mainly because when I first got Alaska, she was my only legendary tier ship. Is that rune gonna pop back out? Up, runes popped back up. Oh, damn.
Enemy severely damaged.
I like brawling ships better just because I generally have a more aggressive play style. I like getting in there and fucking shit up, which is probably why I'm usually playing battleships or battle cruisers. Or actually, wait, yeah, I can have my secondaries go to there, then I will. Alright, you're gonna end up getting annoying. Okay, there's that dealt with. Oh, fuck. Wait a minute. Yeah, I need to...
The ship is on fire.
I completely was not paying attention to my health at all. You know what? Or at this range, should I just keep... I think HE would probably do better. At the angle I'm at least. I already got one fire, though. That did not really do much.
Our victory is in sight.
That's in Wisconsin, and one of my guns is knocked out. Not anymore.
Problem solved, sir.
Or should I just say fuck it and slam it forward? That also helps. That too. And then this should be... Oh, there's that. Damn, already? Usually that's like one of the last ones I get done. And then got all those done, so time to move on to Tier 8. With Wisconsin, my first Tier 8 American battleship. Well, my first Tier 8 American ship in general. Surprisingly, considering that... Well, yeah, because my first Tier 8 ship was Kronstadt, then I got Pommern, and then... I think it was after that was... Valeos? Then Michelangelo, Navarin, Dalian, Sovrusia was the only one that wasn't a campaign ship. So let's try to get these 5 battles done real quick. And what is... Oh, I can change that for defensive AA. And this I can change for that. Spotter or secondary... Is there a different... Well, there's probably a slightly... Nope, just normal 5 kilometers. What a 6-second reload. Damn. Alright. Let's get Wisconsin out. Break her in. I only did 1 battle before that. And then after this, Tier 3, then... Not Tier 3, Tier 7, then... 6, 5, 4, and then I can either choose between Tier 3 or the other one. Or 2. If only I can get this camouflage for New Jersey. I wonder what it looked like. Like, you have the same, you know, white, and then maybe add a different color for the top. Like, for example, like maybe like a soft blue, Or like a green would probably look nice. This reload's gonna annoy me. At least I got the reload booster, which I put it to good use, and I played one battle at Wisconsin before I started streaming. What's in here? Alright, there's 3 battleships and cruisers, destroyers. Okay, that Duncan be like kind of cool if it spawned on my flank and decided to go broadside. Other than that, nothing really too much that I care about. Oh, fuck yeah, Duncan's over here and wants to go broadside, kind of. And they all kinda... Damn. Duncan is battle tanking. That'd hopefully be a citadel. Nope. Okay, I guess not. And I should have saved the whatchamacallit, because I'm most likely gonna eat a torp. Yeah. Duncan might be enough where I can pen. That also needs to go too. Alright, might be time to pop this reload booster. Nah, cause you know what, like, within, like, the second week of the update, I already seen someone that's saying that the Wisconsin needs to be nerfed, and I'm just sitting there like, bro, what? Half the people don't even have the fucking ship yet. What do you mean it needs to be nerfed? God damn, a fucking 2-minute cooldown on this? Holy shit, so you only got like, what, 2 a battle if you don't die. Give or take. Well, at least I'd probably only use 2 a battle because I wait until I get broadsides to pop the reload boosters. Well, they fell short. That kind of sucks. Delaware I'm at range for. How many of these do we need to do? Alright, 3 more. Okay. I'm starting to get a little bit confused. Alright, hold up. Let me pull up the stream. The beginning. Alright, and I had 800 8,611 of the of steel. And oh wait, okay, wait a minute. There was alright. I'm about to say where'd the extra 100 come from, but that was the challenges I completed, and then alright, never mind, I'm just being slow. Like, hold up, wait a minute. That doesn't add up. You know what I might use for the tier 6 try? I think I'll take out Hood. I haven't really used Hood in a while. Which is weird, because at one point, Hood was the only ship I used. Because it was... I want to say it was before tier 8, so tier 6 was... Or it may have been right when tier 8 came out. Yeah, because it was before that I used Graf Spey to grind credits. And then after that was Hood at tier 6. I still like playing Hood. I knew like Hood was like a pretty cool ship historical wise, but it's just like nothing that really piqued my interest too much until I got the ship in World of Warships and started playing it, and I just kind of fell in love with the ship. I loved its playstyle. Its guns were always reliable, as well as the reload was like. I think at that point I had no battleship that reload was under. That was under. Fucking 30 seconds. Or something like that. Well, Hood's was like more of what, like 25 to 20 seconds? I don't really remember. We'll figure that out. I'll take Hood out for tier 6. What ships have I been using for tier 6 every time I've been doing the trials? I know I've been using the one German light cruiser that I got. I think I brought Kid out for one of the ones, and then what was the Soviet destroyer I have? The Tashkent 31? No, 38, I think it is. The one you get for playing the game since it came out. Although I'm still kind of confused on Wargaming's like, alright, we're going to add tier 8 so Iowa and Yamato won't go up against each other. And then they add Musashi at tier 8, which is just a tier 8 Yamato. And then they add... Damn, these turrets are fucking fragile as hell. And then now they add a Wisconsin at fucking tier 8, which is just an Iowa up tiered, so it's like kind of just defeating the purpose, because now, alright, you got Wisconsins that can go up against Yamatos, or you have basically an Iowa and Yamato at the same tier, being Wisconsin, which, well, I guess was that, yeah. Makes no sense. Like, I know I'm not the only one that brought that up. I know a few other people brought it up. I think now might be a good time to pop the reload booster. Oh, nice. Right into the Citadel. what is over here? Oh, shit. Crap. I'm at a very bad spot right here. Alright, I'm gonna turn around and start, or not, because that ship just, like, appeared out of nowhere. Is that fucking... Oh, I thought that said 7 health things. I was about to be like, what the fuck? But no. I should probably focus on Iowa over here. Oh shit. Well, there goes pretty much all the health I just got back. More than likely, Wisconsin Wisconsin will end up being the second Iowa-class battleship I visit, since she's the second closest. No matter what, both the Missouri and Iowa require me to go to the West Coast, because Missouri I'll probably have to go to the West Coast to get a flight out to Hawaii. And these guns turn fucking slow as hell. Because Titanic's not the only thing that can turn slow in this ice field. That's gonna be something I might have to build into. I don't think I ever said what build I'm using for Wisconsin. That was a pretty decent battle, and I got, what, like 3 of those done. Yeah, the build I'm using for Wisconsin is kind of my standard Azur Lane, New Jersey build. Actually, no, I think I have... Yeah, I have Pablo de Revel on here because... I think it was literally I think it was like literally the last update before they dropped the teaser trailer. I wanted to play Arizona, but I knew Arizona had that 31-second reload. And then if I could have just waited, I could have just made a build that I can better tailor to the Arizona with faster reload. So, I don't know, that's what I've been running. I think I changed these both, now that I think about it. Let's... Well, yeah, so that's running. Got the base trait, flammable cannoneer, drill bits on second thought. Why do I have on second thought? Oh yeah, for the reload time. And then, don't you just love it? And what's here? I got the fire damage to ship. It sucks that I can't play Azur Lane because it takes up so much fucking space. Like, I would need to get a whole ass fucking memory card just to play Azur Lane, because how much fucking space it takes up. But I would totally do it, and then probably go months trying to get New Jersey. I remember when my first time I got Azur Lane, because I guess I didn't make an account or whatnot, so I was playing as like a guest, and then once I broke my phone, I had to start from scratch again. I got lucky and ended up getting Turpitz early game, and then one of the most recent times I got fucking... I don't know how to count the rarity, but a golden German destroyer. It was the Z11, I think. But I want to get the New Jersey.
機が履修済みってね。指揮官をサポートするわ。
I wonder how they go by choosing campaign ships. Like, I know, like, alright, they're gonna do, like, you know, you have your normal accuracy ship, like, alright, for example, like, with the American lines. Well, I guess for legendary tier, not really campaign ship. I mean, for legendary tier, like, you got midway for the carriers, which I'm gonna be the amount of times I've played legendary tier, both in verse AI and in normal battles, I have never seen another midway unless I've never seen a midway at all unless I'm using my midway. And then obviously they got like the accuracy American ship, which is Montana. Or I'm not sure they're doing accuracy or by the style, because I guess the fast battleship Montana, and then the slower dreadnought style being the what you call it. And then cruisers, they got Worcester for the light cruisers, Des Moines for the heavies, and then Alaska and Puerto Rico battle cruisers are kind of, I guess, one-offs. And then destroyers, they got Gearing. Gearing's a gunboat. I was gonna say, like, I had a kind of idea for it, but then I realized, I'm like, oh wait, that destroyer can't be made a torpedo boat because it never fucking had torbs. But I don't know, maybe they could add in, like, a destroyer mine layer as, like, some sort of gimmick, but, like, where you can only put down, like, a limited amount of mines. Just so you can't just fucking flood an entire area with a mine. Actually, you know what? No. I don't want to have to watch out for mines and shit like that. Just like now with all the planes. If I wanted to play fucking with all these planes, I would have just played War Thunder instead of getting this game. But I got this one because it was just ships. I mean, like, the float planes are okay. I don't mind them. But all these fucking gimmick ships with their extra planes. We're just gonna do that real quick. Use Wisconsin's temper to our advantage. Probably pop a heal while we're at it. I'm spotted. What other ship? Not sure, it may have. No, couldn't have been a ship there. Actually, I think Wisconsin now is actually longer than the rest because of getting her bow damaged and replaced with the bow from Kentucky. Kentucky could be another possible campaign ship they do, because I think Kentucky had like a different superstructure where, well, not had, but was supposed to have a different superstructure where I keep wanting to say Illinois. I really forget. I'm pretty sure it's Illinois was the one, like, it was Kentucky and Illinois were the two non-completed ones. Damn it. But I want to say Illinois because I think Illinois was just like the rest of them, but then Kentucky was... Or Kentucky was changed because Kentucky's hull stayed till like the 70s. They just kept it kind of floating there. Where I think Illinois was scrapped on site, I want to say. It is already 1 in the morning. Okay. What's a decent time to, like, when you stream some game? Because I know I've seen, like, some people will stream World of Warships for, like, 3 hours straight. I always tended to keep my streams around the hour and a half mark. Like, give or take, I'd aim for like about an hour and 25 minutes, or hour and 20. That's usually what I always aim for. But I feel like with games like World of Warships and War Thunder, I feel like that you could probably stretch on longer. Because in an hour, like, in standard battles, that's like, what, maybe 5 battles? Depending on how they go. They're, what, 15-minute battles, so at bare minimum, well, yeah, at bare most, that you can fit in an hour, in 20 minutes would be 4 battles. I really hope they keep the New York port after the update. Everyone's been asking, like, literally, I've never seen not one comment saying not to. Every comment I seen was everyone asking to keep the New York port. Because, I mean, we got the Lunar New Year port. I'm pretty sure Lunar New Year isn't... What, the port's been in the game for a year now? As well as last year's Christmas port has stayed in... Well, not last year's. The Christmas port from... What, is two... That's been in... So that's been in for 2.5 years. So if those ports can stay in, then why can't New York? Or why can't we get, like, a normal... Personally, I like the nighttime New York port. I think there was early on in the game when I didn't play it that much, there was a daytime New York port. But I like the nighttime New York port. Might be a decent time to use this. Okay, that worked. Got the Veneto, which is too much of an angle. Should probably see if we can get this Harbin out. Almost. And then that should be a decent angle to get a good chunk. Yep, there goes half of what you call its health. And I seem to have hit the island. I am not in a very good position right now. And going in for the ram, huh? Someone please help me. Or that also works. Fire damage should finish them off. Oh, okay, that also works. Let's go carrier hunting. That was easy. It's right over there. With the teams I get, I could play 50 games in an hour, lol. Yeah, I can see that. Join in 4 seconds. Everyone's on your flank. Not even a minute later, fucking you're the only one on your flank. No, because you want to know what's bad? Like, alright, usually I don't play low tier that much anymore because I mean, it's fun and all, but I need the rewards so I can get the upgrades for all my ships. But there's been a handful of times where I've played because I don't really. Last time I really played normal matches was when they added in the hybrid U.S. carrier battleships. And the reason I stopped playing normal matches after that was, I shit you not, I joined in one match. There was a carrier and 5 of those U.S. hybrid battleships. And that's why I don't really play much. I'm not sure if it's different now, like maybe the novelty worn off. But that's the main reason why I stopped playing the standard matches and switched to only doing AI, because if I'm gonna deal with that many fucking airplanes, and I'm gonna play War Thunder to work my way towards getting the B-17. But there's been a handful of times where I'd play in a match, and there'd be some people that, like, you kind of gotta sit there like, why is it easier to play against AI? Because the AI teammates are better. Now, it's not very common, but it's still like every once in a while you get that when anyone. Yep, because, yeah. Ooh, I can move on to tier 7 now. But every once in a while when I'd play, I'd come across one player, or, you get the players where they're fucking AFK the entire game. That shit really pisses me off. Like, I get things happen. Destroyers at the back of the map doing, oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I hate the destroyer players, really. It was for Prussian, oh my god. That fucking drove me up a wall trying to finish up, because the Prussian campaign, usually I'm on point with, the campaigns and all that. I'm always like on point with getting let's bring Key out. I know she got updated to be a secondary ship. In fact, actually, I could probably do that to make her better, because whatever her secondaries are like. Yeah, 8.8 kilometers with 3.6 reloads. So let's put a secondary build on. We'll switch to this. So we'll put that on Key, and then 10 kilometers. The reload basically fucking did nothing. And yeah, this is what I got to work with. Alright. We'll bring Key out for one battle. I'm assuming it's pronounced Key. Like, I really don't know how this ship's name is pronounced. I've heard someone call it Key, so I pronounce it as Key. Definitely agree on that. Both the punishment for AFK play, like, I get, every once in a while, like, something would happen where, like, you need to go AFK, like, I understand that, but if you're AFK for the entire match, and the match dragged on to be like one of those 14-minute long matches, it's like, come on. But yeah, Key definitely would. I mean, I got happy when I read through the patch notes and saw Key was getting her secondaries upgraded, because on top of loving accuracy battleships, I love brawling battleships as well. Honestly, the only reason I got Key was just because the ship looks pretty cool. Like, I was like, that's a cool looking ship. I want it. I know it's probably not the best excuse to get some ships in the game, but I've done it more times than I probably should have with, oh, I like it, pretty boat, mine. Because you know what? Life might be shitty, my helmet doesn't work anymore, but virtual battleships make me happy. Atlantico. Yeah, Atlantico's pretty nice. I personally, my favorite brawlers would have to be, I'd have to go with, I like Flander, which was not, Flander was also one of those ships that's like, I got just because it looked pretty. So I got Flander when she originally came out for her campaign. and didn't play her much, but after she became a secondary ship, she's probably one of my favorites. I also like Michelangelo too as a good secondary ship, good brawler. I don't play Mass that much, although I think Mass is pretty decent. Turpitz is okay. I don't have Bismarck yet. Low tier brawlers, I'm not sure if anyone else has noticed, but like, for how low of a tier she is, the South Carolina has very fucking long reaching secondaries. Like, I'm not sure if she's always been like that or she got buffed and I just didn't notice until the one time. But South Carolina is like really fucking good secondaries for no reason. Like, her secondaries would be decent at like high tiers, range wise, not really awful. I'm not the best at cruisers either. There's only a handful of cruisers I do good with. Like Flint, I'm pretty good with. I utilize the smoke screen. I think, was it Munchen? That German premium tier 6 cruiser I'm pretty good at. Other than that, I wouldn't class them as cruisers. I'd say I do good at battle cruisers, like well, I know Hood is basically a battleship. And most of the British battle cruisers are pretty much battleships. Alaska I used to be good at, but I'm pretty sure like Alaska just got outclassed, and to me Alaska doesn't feel the same as she was. But the Puerto Rico, which I was playing earlier, the one I just got, I definitely like that. Good accuracy and secondaries. Oh, and there's that ship gone, and oh, that's disappointing. All German battle cruisers are decent for secondary. Yeah. I always forget about those. Like, I have up to the tier 6 one, which will... I'll just go over to the tech tree. I got the Heinrich. I played her up until, like, I had, like, 20k left to boost her, and then I got bored of playing her, so I just boosted her. What is her secondaries on my build? 8.3 with a 3-second reload. That's pretty decent. I don't know, I don't play tier 6 that much. Yeah. And then we'll do another battle with Key. Zeton is a beast. I have yet to get up there. How I'm doing my tech trees is I'm doing my American one first, but German is the second one I'm doing. And then after that, I think I might either do maybe Italian, then Japanese. I'm not really doing it based off how good ships are. I'm just doing it based on my preference. Like, I like the look of Italian and Japanese ships as well, but I like American and German ones better. I think recently, actually, since we're on I think about the same route, U.S. then German. I think a lot of people chose the route U.S. then German, although I think Britain might be a good contender as well, because I think some of their ships are pretty decent. I guess, I don't know. I don't really play much British ships other than really Hood and Agincourt, and occasionally Belfast 42. Since we're on the topic of battleships, I did notice, what was it like? I think at this point, 2 weeks ago. On the 18th. So yeah, about 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure they put the top of the mast back on in New Jersey. I was driving down to go to the Wu-Tang concert down in Philly, and of course, like I have to every time, I always have to go look over at New Jersey. Anytime I'm on that part of 95. And it looks like they put her mast back on, like the top part that they took off when they moved her to dry dock. That reminds me, I have a fucking steel plate that was actually part of New Jersey that I bought when I went to the dry dock tour. That makes me happy. Oh god, this dispersion's killing me. I also hate when destroyers do that. Like, obviously this is an AI destroyer, so it's pretty much brain dead. But, like, why are you, like, when there's a destroyer that's, like, I've seen, what was it? I want to say it was, like, a Shima one time. Decided there was, like, a sliver of health left that the Shima could have easily just got rid of with its guns, but it decided to waste a whole rack of not even one rack, it shot 2 racks of torpedoes at it. Like, it's a destroyer. Fucking amen to that. I love the New Jersey. Oh, the part of my love for New Jersey is also family history to do with her as well. Oh, and okay. But yeah, I love the new. I went down to Philly all 4 times they moved her for dry dock. You know, most people only went to the move from Camden to Paulsboro, and then when they moved her back, but I fucking went up, go watch them bring her from Paulsboro into the dock and then out. Right? Was it 4 moves? I'm pretty sure it was 4 separate moves. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably not getting over there in time to shoot anything. Maybe I should post a. I have it in a box. It was one of the. It was one of the zinc plates that they put on in New Jersey. It wasn't. They didn't put it on her in World War II when my great grandfather spent time on her, but it was put on in either. I think they said either Vietnam or the 80s. It was to help with corrosion protection, and they were changing those to a different sort of metal because it's like something to do with the salt water where the zinc didn't really, because I think the Delaware River's freshwater, so the zinc really didn't do much or something like that. I don't really understand, but they changed it, I think, to like aluminum because I think like it did better with the aluminum in freshwater or something like that. And so they were selling the old ones for like $70. And well, if I'm gonna whale out $70 to get a virtual version of the ship, you're damn right I'm gonna whale out $70 to get a physical piece of the ship. And yet everyone says, "Oh, you make great financial decisions." No, the fuck I don't. Everything I like's expensive. I'm good at saving money because I need to get what I want. Fuck you mean I make good financial decisions? I bought a fucking zinc domino for $7 because it was part of a battleship. Probably should have saved those torps for later on. Would that be? That's got 40 seconds. Not going to be reloaded in time. Aha! I got the final shot, bitch. Aluminum, stainless, possibly. I played a Colorado because I live in Colorado. Reasonable. Yeah, because I definitely... Yeah. Reasonable to play, always play with your home team battleship. Me personally, despite there being no reason whatsoever to add to Pennsylvania in the game, because we already got an abundance of Tier 5 American BBs, I want the Pennsylvania because that same reason. Colorado's a pretty good ship. I like the Colorado. The only thing I don't really like is the speed, but other than that, especially looks-wise too, I like the looks-wise of Colorado as well. She looks pretty nice. Alright, and then I think I actually already got Tier 6 done, right? Did I get those missions done? Yeah, I got Tier 6. Alright, Tier 5. Let's see, out of the abundance of... Wait a minute, when the hell... Hold up. Alright, I was at like 2.9. I'm so confused. Wait a minute. Was it weekly? Oh, yep, it was weekly. Okay. I was about to be like, where the hell did all that come from? Let's go to Tier 5. So we got Arizona. I know I got the Hyuga. Yeah, she's slow girl. Yep. Arizona's a beast if you know how to play her right. Like, I feel like Arizona is one of the most underrated Tier 5 battleships. Because I never, even when I did play against other players, I never really, there's only like maybe 6 times I can think of where I came across an Arizona other than whenever I'd play her. Because, like, yeah, she got that long reload. AA's basically just fireworks, and secondaries aren't anything special. But, like, if you catch a ship broadside, there's one time I fucking just completely, I want to say it was in it, I think it was, what's the ship? I think it was an Andrea Doria. I caught one full broadside, and it was like, it maybe had a little bit of its health taken away. It was still, like, pretty much full health. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, let's get ready for this battle, and fucking Arizona just one-shot delete it. And I'm like, God damn, I have that clipped save. Mutsu time. Alright, fuck it, yeah, we'll do Mutsu. I don't play Mutsu much either. Granted, it's not bothering me that bad that I don't play Mutsu much because I got her when it was, you just had to complete those missions. Shit, I remember when Mutsu was like the only battleship that had Torbs. It was like, back when like around, this is probably around like 2020 or 2021 at this point. I used to fear Mutsu because of those Torbs. But now it's like basically every other battleship that's not American has Torbs. Like, you got, what you call it? Well, not really at Tier 5, though. Why do I have HE loaded? It's weird, like, Mutsu looks a lot. Apparently, Mutsu and Nagato are sisters. I thought that they were, like, 2 different ship classes. Because Mutsu looks a lot smaller than Nagato. I think, was it Nagato sailed under US flag for about a year after the war. As did Prince Eugen. Eugene, however the fuck you pronounce it. I don't know anyone that knows the correct pronunciation. Like everyone calls it either Eugen, Eugen, Aegon. I think like Prince Aegon, or it's either Prince Aegon and Prince Eugen are the two that I hear the most. Looks like it's spelled yeah. Yeah, that is what sucks about US no Torbs. Like Mutsu's big guns. Yeah, I wish that actually a lot of US battles, I think originally like as launched, I think Arizona, Pennsylvania, I think they had Torbs as launched, but they were like single tube below the water line and they got removed when they were modernized. I always I like having Torbs, even though in real life you probably really wouldn't need Torbs on a battleship. It makes sense to keep them on cruisers and destroyers. In the game, it's nice to have them like as that, oh fuck, this got too close type thing. What is my... I got a 7 kilometer for the Torbs, that's pretty cool. They really need to add like some sort of event or game mode that uses tier 2 premiums, because the amount of tier 2 premiums I always give out, like I have entire ship classes that I don't really need because of they're just for free, so it's just like, alright, mine. Although I do like that they got the Erie, because the Erie was like the first one I played, because I originally got World of Warships Blitz, played that for a month and said, yeah, this is boring on the phone. Not it's boring, but yeah, this I can't really do this on the phone. And then I got Legends shortly after, and unknown to me, I think it was because, well, no, yeah, I think it was it Legends that I saw the ad for, or was it I think it was the mobile version. It was Blitz I saw the ad for. But then I was just like, I wonder if they have this on PlayStation, not knowing that it like fucking came out pretty much not that far. I like Japanese battleships, like just the looks of them. I know like they're not really they're not really too accurate, but like I like the looks that they have. Especially like Congo, the tier 4. Yamato looks pretty nice. Key, the only reason I got Key originally was because I liked how she looked. Amangi looks pretty nice. Well, no, Key isn't a sister to Yamagi. I think not Yamagi. Where the fuck am I getting that from? Amangi. Hyuga looks nice. One thing I'm wondering with the battleships is that because they said we're supposed to be. Where the fuck did this come from? Holy shit! Did it just? Aw, fuck. One thing I'm wondering is that since they teased that like in the roadmap that most likely that, well, I guess it is a roadmap, so it might not be anything permanent. Like it might not happen for the end of this year, it might happen later, but they did tease like 3 new ship lines. And one of them that I'm thinking of is that they might possibly do like the hybrid US battleship carriers. They might do that for Japan. Now, why I say that is the Hyuga's sister ship, I think it's pronounced Izzy, it's like spelled ISE. They did actually take off her rear 2 turrets and put a flight deck. Although it's more or less for float planes, not how the US hybrids are. But it's still interesting because they did that. Let's see. There another DD behind that one. Yeah. We got Mutsu. what else do I want to play? I know I don't really play many tier 5 ships. But I got London, AL, Queen Elizabeth, Repulse, War Sprite. I got Ark Royal. I don't play Ark Royal much anymore. I don't know, maybe I should play Ark Royal. Um, but yeah, like if I can actually look at the Hyuga to kind of explain what. I'm pretty sure it was actually done. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna look it up because I don't want to look like an idiot for it not being IJNIZ. Is there actually any photos of her when? All right, that's before because she doesn't have the full thing. You know what? Let me just go to the Wikipedia page on her. Um, Stricken, sunk air attack, scrapped, IZ class battleship, armament. General characteristics after reconstruction. Is this the 6 twin? All right, yeah, those are those. All right, as hybrid carrier in 45. Did she ever? I don't think she ever seen service as she had two catapults could carry between 22 and 24 aircraft. Armament, she only had 4. She still kept the. All right, so it was the front 2 guns and the rear 2 guns they kept, and then the entire back was turned into aviation facilities. Did she ever see? Hold up, let me find design, construction, and career. Um, started a Pacific conversion to hybrid. Loss of 4. All right, midway. For full conversion of battleships and aircraft carrier were to rejection. More critically, IGN settled on removing rear pair of turrets. Her conversion began February 23rd of 43, and on April, ships 5 and 6 turret replaced by hangar, flight deck. This was not long enough to permit launch of aircrafts or their recovery. 2 catapults were installed. Existing cranes were moved to flight deck during conversion. Oh, holy shit! There's actually a picture of her like that. Okay, wow. Yeah, all right. So it was done, and she did at least go on siege trials. I don't know. Did she ever see? I'm not sure if she ever seen combat. And oh, there's. Is that a smoke screen or is that? I can't tell if that's her with a smoke screen or not. Why all that smoke around that picture? But I'm actually surprised to find the picture, an actual picture of her with her flight deck. But yeah, it was only really for cat fighters. So she had her flight deck. The IZ's flight deck went up to the second tower there, and with hangars, and then so like after the second tower, slightly in front of it were 2 catapults. So I guess she like only really did actually no, I think it did say that they had combat things, but she couldn't recover them, or they couldn't. Basically, they had to be float planes because the flight deck wasn't long enough for them to be launched or recovered. And she had like, is that 1 or 2? I can't tell. I think it's 2 cranes on the back to help recover. That would be interesting, like a premium to get. I would enjoy it just because it's one of these ships with a gimmick that clearly, well, like the American battle cruisers, didn't exist, but IZ actually did exist, and as far as I'm aware, did see some sort of. I think she did see some sort of combat with her conversion to a hybrid. So, yeah. Um, let's bring out the Ark Royal. I don't play carriers much, so let's see me be absolute dog shit at Ark Royal. But yeah, the IZ did have, which I always thought that was like interesting. I just wish that I feel like that they definitely, since they got the battle carrier thing now, I think that hell they might even make IZ tier 7 premium, which I highly doubt that because her sister ship's a tier 5, so they would have to do like some serious upgrading to the guns. But they could make her a tier 7 premium for a campaign as her campaign reward ship. Other than that, I think that they might put her at tier 6. I've played carriers once. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the carriers, both playing them and playing against them. Now we're gonna ignore the fact that I have. We're gonna ignore the fact that I have Ark Royal. We're gonna ignore the fact I have Enterprise, and the fact that I have the Hermes W, which are all ships that. Oh, and Midway. We're gonna ignore all that because I, I just yeah, like I said before, I like to have them because they're pretty cool. And at least unlike if I like, I could easily get model. Well, I probably will not have space to have over 200 model. Well, I wouldn't have a handful of ships because they were paper ships, so there wouldn't really be models of them. Am I at? We'll keep that there, and now I gotta wait for my fighters to launch. Ark Royal is probably the carrier that I use the most. She's pretty good. Although I think she did get nerfed though. And so they did offer, like, if you bought her to... Whatchamacallit? Although I already got the ship, so it's like I'm not gonna... In case they might buff her in the future. I think it's because, like, the dive bombers drop more than, like, 2 bombs or 1 bomb per plane. Well, I guess they drop less bombs now. Oh, nope. Huh, that's weird. The other ones didn't seem like they dropped many bombs. And then we'll go drop these here because I don't know if I'd have enough time to, There we go. Yeah, Tor bombers, I gotta get rid of that Kivor because... Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Enjoy it. Jumping on to play some ships myself. Alright, have fun, and I hope you get teammates that know how to play the game. I mean, it's what? Like, oh my god, it's 2 in the morning. When the fuck did it become 2 in the morning? For fun, well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be daylight already. Yeah, I think I'll probably finish up the tier 4. Yeah, the tier 4 battle, and then the for premium supplies, and then like tier 3 or 2, and then I'll probably get off after that. I thought it was like not 2 in the morning. 20 minutes here. Well, yeah, you're what, VA? That's Virginia. Yeah. So same time zone as me. I'm what, up in PA? Yeah, it's like 1:40. I was like, when the hell? 'Cause I swear, like 5 minutes ago, I looked at it and it was 1 o'clock. I have a few friends that play this game, but it's just like they are either never online or, well, yeah, it's mostly they're just never online. I only have really one friend that plays this game that has anything above a tier 5 ship. At least that I'm aware of. Like, my one friend might and just not tell me, which if that's the case, then gotta be slightly annoyed at him for forcing me to play low tier with him. Alright, well, that's my one and only carrier kill for probably the next 3 months. I don't mind Ark Royal. She's one of my favorite carriers to play. Her, I don't mind Kaga either. Like, I had fun when I first got the Kaga Bureau done. I had fun. She was actually pretty nice to play. Legendary tier carriers just, for me, they're just utter, like, the AA everything has, you're only going to get one drop before your squadron is completely gone. So despite having Midway, I don't really bother with legendary tier. I only got Midway because she's one of my favorite carriers. I like Midway, she's pretty cool. I really like the Lexington class, like Lexington and Saratoga. Those are probably my favorite carriers. I kind of wish, like, I wish Lexington was all, like, Lexington and Enterprise, I think, like, they should have been preserved after the war. I have no idea why Enterprise wasn't. Like, out of all ships, Enterprise definitely should have been put into a museum. Although, I guess one of these days I will go up to North Jersey where they have her stern plate. And then it would have been cool to have like Saratoga as well to show another pre-war. I think Ranger also survived, but she was in the Atlantic, so she didn't really do anything. Oh wow, Rio de Janeiro. Those are rare. I think it was either, oh yeah, because the only reason I didn't get the Rio de Janeiro was because I had to choose between that or Georgia, and I wanted Georgia, so I was gonna fucking get Georgia. Because I've been wanting Georgia for a while, because I didn't have money during that campaign. What should we bring out? There's Queen Mary, Cyclone. Actually, you know what? I'll bring out the Verbis Unitas, or whatever her name is. Because this ship I recently got because they decided to put her out for GXP, so I was just like, ooh, free battleship. And yeah, I only played like, I think one, yeah, I only played one battle with her, so we'll take her out for a battle. It's gonna be funny because like she's only gonna be my only Pan-Europe battleship probably until next update, because most likely I'm gonna get the Pan-Euro battleship. Unless I end up deciding to spend some money to get the, whatchamacallit as well. To get the Japanese destroyer. I think we're due for another old campaign ship to come back as a GXP ship. There's still a handful, tier 7s, tier 6s, not 6s, tier 7s, not legendary tiers. They'll come back as a bureau, which actually that means that future legendary tier ships that should be coming within the next year would be the not Pan-Euro, the Dutch legendary tier cruiser eventually. I feel like Defense will probably eventually show back up in a bureau, as well as that Italian battleship. Actually, yeah, like I feel like they need add like another British GXP ship, maybe the Marlborough or the Lion. Now that I think of it, we don't really get British ships that much as campaign ships either. Belfast, well, I think Belfast 43 only comes back during certain events. It'd be nice if they can bring like another GXP British ship. I say that like there's already not enough GXP ships that I want to get. Like the Monarch, yeah, the current only GXP ship, I want to get the Monarch. She looks pretty nice. Ooh, Pensacola. You know, since we were talking about carriers earlier, as far as I'm aware, the next full like either in the next in real life either aviation or ship themed video is most likely probably going to be going to the Intrepid, because I know me and my grandfather are planning on doing that, so that'll be nice because that kind of gets two of my favorite things with one trip. The only thing that can make it better is seeing some trains, which I don't know, maybe there might be a subway station nearby that I could go. Nope, they'd be underground and I'd have to get a ticket. That kind of sucks because I would like to film some subway trains for my second channel. Yeah, 5 kilometers secondaries, okay. But yeah, the Intrepid would probably be. I remember, I think it was like looking on Google Maps or just looking at pictures of stuff they had on the deck when my grandfather was telling me about it. Now, mind you, I was very new to aviation at that point. The only planes I really knew was the A-10 because they used to fly over my house for. I don't know. Some weeks it was always at least once a week, but sometimes it got to like daily for every once in a while. But other than like those, and then those some planes that like everyone knows the name of, like F-22 and all that shit. But I remember looking at the deck with my grandfather, and he was showing me telling me like what some of the airplanes were, and he told me the Blue Angel plane that's on there. Now, me being new to aviation, for some reason, I was thinking that that's what that type of plane was called. And I don't know, that's like the one moment that I always cringe looking back at. Because it's like, out of all things, the fucking Blue Angels is the one I'm like, oh, that kind of looks cool. Maybe that's what the name of the plane is, because, it's a blue airplane. Alright, where is the last ship that's left? It's a battleship. It's not anywhere in here, so I want to say maybe it's no, because Omaha would see it if it's over there. Can't be there. All right, it has to be somewhere over there then. Oh, there it is. But yeah, I don't know when, but I'm hoping that it's sometime this summer going up to NY to the Intrepid. I've never been on. I mean, I have I've seen aircraft carriers up close, but I've never been on one. Like I've seen, like, I've actually went up to the Philadelphia, well, down to the Philadelphia Navy Yard for the JFK, not the move that I passed on. I forget. Actually, no, I think I was down in Florida when that happened, when they moved the JFK, but I did get to see her before that. I did go down, I got nice pictures. Personally, I don't like the look of the modern super carriers. Like, I prefer to just a normal flat single deck, not with the cantered deck. But it'd be nice to see the Intrepid. I want to see the A-12 is what really piques my interest on. I think they have a space shuttle too, but the A-12 they have on the deck is what really piques my interest. Although I do kind of want to see the Blue Angel jet as well, the one that I thought that's what that type of aircraft was called, because I was not smart enough to know what it actually was. I think that was like the F-105 or something like that. It's crazy how I could go from thinking that that's what that aircraft type was called to identifying most aircraft by their silhouette. What do I want to take out? Take out the Vatertan. No. Agincourt, maybe? Or South Carolina. Cause, like, look at this. She has firing range. Did I, like, change something? Or no, yeah, it's because it's for that tier. It goes out a while, 6.5, which, if we compare it to, yep, because Arkansas also goes out to 6.5. Maybe I'll play Arkansas. I have a picture that, it's either the Arkansas or the, it's either the Arkansas or the Wyoming down. I got like a nice picture of them down in Norfolk that I got from my great-grandfather. As well as I got a picture of, maybe it's the Independence? It's a light carrier being loaded with P-40s. You know what? Let's play Agincourt. I haven't played Agincourt in a while. But yeah, I got those pictures. Actually, I got the frames of them. I just need to hang them up. I took them down when my room was getting redone. I really need to put pictures and stuff up in my room. Like, my room is literally white walls, white doors, white trim, a slightly tan carpet, and hell, don't ask why I live on the second story of a house, but I have a car hood in my room that goes to a car that I don't even have. It will actually, no, there's a video on that actually on the channel. I have a video of it, the custom painted hood. But the white car hood, some of the shelves I got are white. The PS5's white. I got white fuzzy dice sitting on a shelf. Gotta have the fuzzy dice. I really need to put up pictures and posters of stuff. Ooh, I should definitely get a poster of New Jersey. I do have one. I have a really nice poster of the Britannic. I do have... I think I have an Azur Lane poster somewhere, like a nice small one. I wonder if they got Azur Lane posters in New Jersey. And I think I have a Pokemon poster somewhere. As well as I got a lot of posters. I got a few car posters, like those ones that you'd get at like the book fair and stuff at school that I had for probably over 10 years now. Yeah, because I was like, what, elementary school last time? Yeah, I have, damn. It's been a while. Oh, and Carrier. Okay, well, at least I didn't pick the South Carolina. Do I have any AA guns? No. Fuck. Okay, Carl Shearer, I know you have some dual-purpose AA guns. I require you to make sure this carrier doesn't harass me. I was thinking of, like, because I have this one part of roof of my, like, not the roof, the ceiling that I want to paint, because my walls, like, they canter in to match how, like, the outside, and I was thinking of doing, like, a silhouette of a warship on there. Although I wanted to pick something simple. So...
Penetration confirmed.
I hope the Rio de Janeiro comes back. I really hope it does, because I want it.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
What do y'all think the three new lines that they said that they're planning on adding in for the rest of this year are gonna be? Wait, isn't one coming out? Isn't one supposed to come out next up? I think one's supposed to come out next update, actually. We'll figure out. We're in the part where we get that, so we'll figure out one of them, but I don't know, I'm thinking, like, I highly doubt it's gonna be anything extra for America, Britain, Japan. Well, maybe it could be Japan. It could be Japan hybrid battleship carriers. That is one possibility I kind of think, just because of the IZ. Oh, why I have HE loaded? Okay. And I don't think it's gonna be anything German. Possibly something French, like a alternative cruiser line or something. Like, not battle cruiser, like normal alternative cruiser line. Oh yeah, because I'm smart. And all your fires are out, so I'm just gonna reset them real quick.
Our team has taken the lead. The enemy battleship destroyed.
Oh, there's Congo. I was talking about that earlier in the stream. Pan-European battleship line. I would definitely like that. Obviously, if it hasn't been figured out enough during this stream, I am a huge battleship main. That would be nice. Maybe a Pan-American line as well. That'd be pretty cool. Because they could possibly do a Pan-American battleship line. Because I know, like, Brazil and Argentina had a little bit of a dreadnought race going on at one point. I think before World War One, which Agincourt was originally supposed to be a Brazilian one. But yeah, Pan-Euro, that could make sense on why they're adding 2 ships and one of them is a Pan-Euro battleship. For why they're at 2 campaign ships. Alright, and here's the fun part. Finding the carrier, because we didn't get everything killed in time. That's the new line coming next update. Oh, so I guess the patch notes or something dropped, maybe? I've only seen the teaser trailer for the campaign ships. I know like we're getting one's gonna be a Pan Euro BB and the other's gonna be a IJN DD. But yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to. I will never turn down a battleship unless it's Bismarck. Nothing against Bismarck, like it's a pretty decent ship, but it's just overrated. Now I'm gonna wait for anyone that gets this far in the video to attack me in the comments. Sorry, but it's true. Bismarck's overrated. I do like Tirpitz, though. Tirpitz is pretty cool. And Bismarck is tolerable in Azur Lane, as well as the song by Sabaton. That's goated. But other than that, like, Bismarck's just... If Bismarck wasn't as overrated as it is, I would not have any issue, but I tend to, like, be on site with stuff that's overrated. Like Norfolk and Western 611. And the F-34. Well, the F-35 is more or less... I just really don't like the looks. But, you know, God forbid you don't like something because of looks in a modern-day community, because apparently you're not allowed to have a opinion. What is my 7.2? And alright, so I believe that's this set of missions done, yes? Yeah. Sweet. And all this steel, which is definitely wanted. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Definitely did not know this was gonna turn out to be till 2 in the morning. I'm probably gonna head to Wawa to go get food because I got nothing else better to do and I'm a bit hungry. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and this will be Alpha 118 signing off.